The Missouri sky faded into deep orange and purple, the last rays of sunlight painting the horizon in a breathtaking display. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the world itself was holding its breath for what was about to unfold. On the runway at Whiteman Air Force Base, the B-2 Spirit waited, silent and imposing, its presence almost otherworldly in the gathering dusk. Its dark, flying wing shape seemed to drink in the last light, engines humming with restrained power ready to unleash their might at a moment's notice. Pilots Major John Viper Rost and Captain Michael Sleeper Chen climbed into the cockpit, fully aware that this was no ordinary training run. Tonight they carried the weight of real consequences. Their mission was clear: deliver a message halfway around the world, one written not in words, but in fire and steel, a message that would echo across continents. On the ground, crews moved with practiced precision and silent urgency. Every task from fueling to arming the bomber was critical. Each person played a vital role in the unfolding drama. Secrecy was their shield. There would be no fanfare, no crowds to cheer them on. Only the quiet professionalism of those who understood the stakes. Inside the cockpit, Viper and Sleeper ran through their final checks, verifying every system, every switch, every gauge. The cockpit glowed with the soft light of instruments, a sanctuary of focus amid the tension. The weight of the mission pressed on them. They were about to vanish from friendly radar, slipping into the unknown, becoming ghosts in hostile skies. With clearance from the tower, the B-2 glided down the tarmac, impossibly graceful for its size, a shadow moving with purpose. The engines roared to life as the bomber surged forward, lifting off with an eerie quiet that belied its power, leaving the Earth behind. It climbed steadily into the night, dissolving into the twilight, a specter on a long, lonely journey that few would ever witness. The aircraft banked east, a black silhouette against the first stars, its path set for distant horizons. Below, Missouri towns twinkled, their residents unaware of the historic flight passing silently overhead, a secret kept by the night. For Viper and Sleeper, America was already behind them. Ahead lay vast oceans, endless deserts, and the uncertainty of enemy defenses waiting in the darkness. They were a self-contained world, isolated in their cockpit, carrying the weight of a strategic strike and the hopes of those who sent them. The Ghost was airborne, its hunt begun, vanishing into the night as a silent promise of power and resolve. The B-2 Spirit is a $2.1 billion statement of technological dominance, a marvel of modern engineering and military innovation. Its revolutionary capability, stealth, sets it apart from every other aircraft in the sky. The seamless flying wing design deflects radar with sharp edges and flat planes meticulously engineered to scatter electromagnetic energy in every direction, making it nearly invisible to enemy detection systems. Its entire surface is coated in radar-absorbent material, soaking up radar waves like a sponge. The engines are hidden deep within the wing, further reducing its heat and radar signature. Air intakes are carefully designed to shield the fan blades, and every seam, panel, and joint is crafted for maximum invisibility, leaving nothing to chance. The B-2 tiptoes through the air, leaving a radar cross-section as small as a bumblebee, virtually undetectable even to the most advanced tracking systems. Unlike any other bomber, it slips undetected through the world's most heavily defended airspaces, reaching and striking targets that others simply can't approach. Only 21 were ever built, each one reserved for the most critical, high-stakes missions where failure is not an option. After every flight, specialized teams painstakingly inspect and repair its delicate stealth coating, ensuring it remains invisible for the next mission. Even a single scratch or imperfection can turn this ghostly aircraft into a visible target, risking the entire mission. The B-2's true power lies in the combination of meticulous care, relentless maintenance, and cutting-edge engineering that keeps it at the forefront of stealth technology. It's not just an aircraft, but a capability that pushes the boundaries of what's possible in aviation and defense. When called upon, the B-2 performs its disappearing act flawlessly, vanishing into the clouds and leaving only mystery behind. The B-2's cockpit is a marvel of technology, and a test of endurance. 2 ejection seats, a cramped cot, and a tiny toilet fill a space no bigger than a minivan. For 37 hours this is home, office, and battle station. Pilots operate in shifts, one flies, the other rests, eats, or stretches in the limited space. Meals are basic, comfort minimal, and every action is deliberate to conserve energy. The constant hum of engines and glow of displays dominate their world. No windows, just screens showing navigation, fuel, targeting, and threats. The psychological challenge is immense. The pilots must be in perfect sync, relying on each other for support and focus. They talk, run emergency drills, and monitor each other's condition. For 37 hours, their partnership is the most vital system on board. Teamwork inside this high-tech bubble is as critical as stealth. The B-2's route from Missouri to Iran was a carefully planned dance, avoiding detection at every turn. Flying east, Spectre 11 crossed the Atlantic under darkness, skirting Europe and North Africa in international airspace. A mission this long required multiple mid-air refuelings with KC-135 tankers, each rendezvous executed in radio silence. The flight path mimicked routine patrols, masking true intentions until the last moment. Every twist was calculated to maximize stealth and minimize risk. As the bomber neared the Middle East, tension spiked. Sophisticated air defenses loomed. The pilots navigated a corridor exploiting radar gaps and terrain. Passive sensors listened for enemy radar. Even a moment's detection could doom the mission. Their secret road was ending. The most dangerous phase, the approach to Iranian airspace, was about to begin. The stakes had never been higher. A 37-hour mission is a test of human endurance as much as piloting skill. B-2 pilots are chosen for resilience, trained in simulators to handle fatigue, emergencies, and the cockpit's claustrophobia. They practice every scenario until responses are automatic. Controlled rest is critical. Short strategic naps keep them alert without deep inertia. Nutrition and hydration are managed to maintain focus. In-seat exercises keep blood flowing. Every aspect of well-being is monitored because a physical lapse can become a mental one. Psychological stress is constant, hours of isolation, the threat of detection, and the need for flawless focus. Crew resource management is vital. Viper and Sleeper cross-check, communicate, and support each other. Their teamwork forms a mental shield against pressure. In the end, their discipline and trust are their greatest weapons. Crossing into Iran, the tension inside the cockpit was palpable, every second bringing the crew closer to the point of no return. Spectre 11 entered the mission's most critical phase, where absolute precision was essential. The B-2 descended, its sleek form cutting through the darkness, as targeting systems flickered to life and the pilot's nerves tightened. The target, Natanz nuclear facility, loomed ahead, a sprawling complex hidden in the desert. It was buried deep underground, shielded by layers of concrete and steel, and surrounded by formidable defenses. Success depended on flawless navigation and split-second timing. Any mistake could mean detection, disaster, or mission failure. The B-2 wasn't alone. Miles away, a Navy submarine launched Tomahawk missiles at enemy radar sites, clearing the path. At the same time, electronic warfare aircraft jammed Iranian sensors, blinding their defenses. A narrow corridor of blindness opened in Iran's radar network, a fleeting window of opportunity. Viper guided the bomber with surgical precision, every movement calculated and deliberate. Sleeper, the weapons officer, initiated the release sequence with steady hands. 2 GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrators, each weighing 30,000 pounds, were armed and ready. The bombs dropped away, plunging toward their underground target with unstoppable force. The bomb bay doors snapped shut. The B-2 banked hard, turning away from the danger zone, spending less than 30 seconds over the target, barely enough time to breathe. The pilots didn't see the impact. They were already focused on their escape route. Below, the bombs detonated with a thunderous force, collapsing the facility from within, sending shockwaves through the earth and the enemy's plans. The mission aimed to cripple, not annihilate, sending a clear and unmistakable message to Iran's leadership. For Viper and Sleeper, the greatest danger was now behind them, but adrenaline still surged in their veins. Now came the long, exhausting flight home, a journey through darkness, with the weight of history on their shoulders. The return flight was grueling. 15 more hours, adrenaline gone, exhaustion setting in. Viper and Sleeper maintained vigilance. Detection was still a threat. Each refueling demanded precision from pilots running on fumes. Their bodies ached, eyes burned, and sleep was shallow. Mental fatigue grew as they replayed every detail of the strike. The mission was historic, one of the longest sorties ever, proving even the most protected targets were vulnerable. The B-2's global reach and the pilot's endurance sent a powerful message without escalating to war. As North America appeared on their displays, relief set in. They were almost home. Breaking radio silence, they contacted U.S. controllers, greeted with respect and relief. The Ghost was coming home. Drained but proud, Viper and Sleeper had done the impossible. Their success would echo for years. Landing at Whiteman was surreal. 37 hours in the air, and now solid ground. No crowds, just a quiet welcome from those who understood. Medical teams met the pilots immediately, checking for dehydration and exhaustion. Recovery would take days. The physical and mental toll was immense. The mission's impact was global. News of the Natanz strike spread. Satellite images confirmed the damage. The US maintained strategic ambiguity, but the message was clear: nowhere was safe. The strike set back Iran's nuclear program by years, with no American casualties. For Viper and Sleeper, heroism was a secret burden. They couldn't share details, only debrief with intelligence. Within the B-2 community, their flight became legend. A new benchmark for endurance and professionalism. They had pushed the limits of aviation and human will. The B-2's unique role, and its extraordinary crews, was reaffirmed. Spectre 11's mission is more than a tale of hardware, it's a testament to human endurance and technological mastery. The B-2 is a marvel, but without its pilots it's just a silent sculpture. Viper and Sleeper brought it to life, enduring fatigue and pressure to make the mission possible. Technology provided the tool, human will wielded it. The mission proves that even in an age of drones, manned bombers like the B-2 remain vital. Its existence shapes adversaries' calculations, a weapon of deterrence and precision. Missions like Natanz are rare, but they remind the world of the Ghost's power. The legend of B-2 crews is forged in these long dark nights, flying the longest missions, carrying the heaviest responsibilities. Spectre 11's flight is a story of human spirit fused with technology, shaping history,